Hi, this is Tom from Parallel Economy again, and today I want to talk about CBDCs versus crypto. CBDCs are central bank digital currencies. Now, this is how I see the relationship. It's antithetical, and that means directly opposed or contrasted, mutually incompatible. This is a quote which I found in an article by McKinsey and Company. McKinsey are one of the leading world's biggest management consultancies. And the article is called Central Bank Digital Currencies, an Active Role for Commercial Banks. So what problems do CBDCs solve in the view of McKinsey's? And the quote says, although central banks quote numerous reasons to pursue CBDC projects, surprisingly few such projects appear to be driven by specific customer use cases or needs. Notably, the case for CBDCs to date has been focused more on policy and systemic objectives than by specific customer requirements or benefits. So, in other words, they're not really for our benefits as citizens, but really for the benefit of our governments and our central banks. So, the McKinsey article went on to outline five CBDC objectives. The first ones, I think, are the customer-focused ones. That's developing Cash 2.0, financial services access for the unbanked. So I guess that's loans, insurance, and similar financial services for people who currently don't have bank accounts. And the second one is stimulating financial inclusion. CBDCs can play a key role in providing access to digital payments without the requirement of a bank account. Access would be facilitated by central bank issued digital wallet. So that's probably very necessary and welcome in developing countries where people don't have access to banks. But I'd say that both that and the Cash 2.0 problems are answered by crypto already. Crypto wallets are used widely in Africa, particularly Nigeria and India, and in Latin America by the unbanked. So that solution is already out there with cryptos. The third one is securing a monetary anchor. The reduction of cash and the advent of alternative currencies, I think that means cryptos, have threatened the role of public money as opposed to commercial bank money as the fundamental unit of value measurement. So essentially, the central banks don't want you wandering off and using cryptos, bitcoins, in transactions or to measure your wealth. They want to hang on to their role, their local fiat currency for that. Number 4, keeping pace with international currency advances. Maintain at least one scalable solution for economic value exchange beyond the control of other countries and central banks. So they want you to keep your cash within their borders. They don't want you to use any other country's currency. So in countries with raging inflation, citizens use dollars or send their money abroad and put them in dollar accounts or anywhere where there's a stable currency. So they don't want you to do that. And obviously, Bitcoin, stable coins are a way of doing that already, and they want to maintain that role for themselves in case their currencies are devaluing. Preserving central banks' role in orchestrating payment services innovation. With the growth of non-bank players, that would be crypto and maybe PayPal and similar independent payment providers. Central banks face potential erosion of their oversight role. The CBDC alternative would allow more direct control and influence over enforcement of minimal market standards. So they just basically want to control the banking system. They don't want you going out of the banking system they already control. Which suggests crypto is a problem for CBDCs because DeFi, decentralized finance, is already innovating bankless financial services. Crypto wallets already enable bankless payments globally, instantly, at minimal cost. Crypto, specifically Bitcoin, are hard money, and that's money that doesn't devalue and can't be diluted by governments printing more of their own money. And Bitcoin could supersede any devaluing fiat currency as a fundamental unit of value measurement, as we saw on the previous page. That's what governments want CBDCs to do. Cryptocurrencies are borderless means of economic value exchange, so money can flow around the world without the control of a central government. So that's something they want to stop or control, and they can't do that with cryptos. It is difficult for central banks to directly regulate Bitcoin and other cryptos. So it means that there is going to be a problem coming down the road where if governments want to implement CBDCs, they will have to severely restrict or ban our ability to use cryptocurrencies if we want to stay out of that system. Particularly worrying is the way that central banks want to use CBDCs to actually to control us. This is a YouTube video, and it's an actual recording of Augustin Carstens, who's the general manager of the Bank of International Settlements. Bank of International Settlements is really the central bank of all central banks and drive global central bank policy, especially in the West and and especially in the European community and the UK. And here's a quote from that video from Carstens. We don't know who is using a $100 bill today, and we don't know who's using a 1,000 peso bill today. The key difference with CBDC is the central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability, and also we will have the technology to enforce that. So they'll know everything about what you spend your money on. They'll know exactly what you're spending your money on, and they will be able to control how you spend your money. You won't be able to spend your money on things they don't want, so you won't be able to spend your central bank digital currency or transfer it into cryptocurrencies and outside of their system of control. That's highly likely, in my opinion. So the conclusions, in my opinion, crypto is a threat to the success of CBDCs, and governments will attempt to suppress crypto as a consequence of that. I will be looking at this in more detail in further videos. So if you want to hear about that, please subscribe. If you thought this was useful, please give this video a like. So thanks very much, and I hope to be back soon. Goodbye.